Hi, Filter here. Okay, a couple of bits of info, if I understand it. Um, Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth will not be showing up for the next Star Trek installment, and pretty much the whole movie is in doubt. I have one. One remedy for that, and that's if Chris Pine won't do it, get replace him. I'm sorry, just replace him, man. And there's only one actor right now that pops into mind whom I think could carry this movie. Some of you might say, "Are you kidding me?" And others might say, "Yeah, it's a good idea," but bear with me. Vic Mignogna. He's best known for playing Captain Kirk in Star Trek Continues. Now, any of you who've watched my videos have probably seen Star Trek Continues would probably agree wholeheartedly he would fit totally. I'm telling you, every time I look at him, I still think he's William Shatner's love child. That's all I'm saying. I know Captain Kirk was a bit of a space slut. I don't know what William Shatner was doing back in the '70s. Anywho, get him to replace um, Chris Pine. If Chris, this is not an insult to Vic, but I think he might work cheap. Seriously, he might work cheap. I mean, these guys are asking for like $11 million. I'm pretty sure Vic could. You give him $2 million, and he'll say, "I'm down," and he'll be good with that. And he could probably do more Star Trek continues or do more work that he'd like to do, and it would probably really truly rocket his career, in my opinion. That's just my thought. Next thought is I want to ask this question for all of you who are looking at this, and I would love to see videos on if you were given the chance to remake Star Wars, the not the Force Awakens and the Last Jedi. What would you do? I would love to see the videos on your. I would love to hear everybody's imagination on this. I would like to see videos directed towards this, and it would just be fantastic. If you guys have ideas, make a video, send it to me. I'd love to see it. Alert me that you made a video. I would love to see what you would do with Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. For instance, with The Force Awakens, I've said this before, you could introduce Rey. And you could establish her not as this Mary Sue, but actually somebody who's really doing something. Instead of being abandoned by her parents, make her orphaned. Have it where her, I mean, hey, they were already copying Star Wars as is. But have her where she's orphaned. And the guy, instead of using her as a scavenger and an employee, actually have the guy more caring. This alien who's caring for this human girl. And then when she gets back from scavenging, he says, "Hey, your test scores came in for your pilot's license. You don't have to stay on this planet. There's a vast galaxy out there. Go out there. You don't have to stay here. Just remember your old uncle, whatever that guy's name is. He was so unforgettable, so whatever." It's sort of like that, where she's determining whether she should leave instead of being happy where she's at doing the scavenging thing because she's grown comfortable in that area. Then we have Finn. We introduce Finn. Yeah, he's a conscientious objector. And he defects, saves Poe, and the like. And then he gets to meet up with Rey. And they kind of work through whatever they have to do. He says, "I want out." She says, "Well, I want to get out of see the rest of the galaxy and stuff like that." And that's when the things with Poe and then eventually Han Solo kind of into they get the Millennium Falcon because um, maybe it's a gift because it was stolen and it was there, and the guy says, "Here, take the ship, go out there, go into the universe, do whatever you have to do." Secondly, I would make sure that first of all, the First Order. Oh gosh, a bunch of between Kyle Ren and that other guy who's the, I guess, the Hitler dude in there. Hux, that's his name. One of the weird warped things about that would, and this is my personal opinion. First of all, tone it down with the Nazi Germany speech. Just tone it down. One of the best actors, I would say, if you were going to copy somebody, copy off of John Colicos from Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, for Errand of Mercy, and a couple episodes of Deep Space Nine. And look how Core played that role. He walked in suave, and he would get what he wants by not being such a that's just no. The First Order also changed their motivation, where they are looking for Luke Skywalker in the hopes they're looking for him in the hopes that they could stop something maybe outside of the galaxy. The expanded universe has plenty of stuff to kind of go on that one. And the Resistance, don't even call them the Resistance, just call them the remnant of the rebellion, where they're gathered together. You know, they're maybe the old Republic's, the Republic's, shall we say, military arm, which is designed to protect the galaxy from outside influences or to keep peace in the galaxy. And whilst Luke is doing his thing, training, I mean, it would just be something like that. If that was done, Force Awakens would be a whole lot better. As for Last Jedi, again, let me jump back to The Force Awakens. Having the First Order wipe out an entire solar system does not work well on their PR. That has got to be the most stupidest idea I've ever seen. Oh, we'll just wipe out this entire population of the... Yeah, it didn't really work a lot well before. You know? It would have been great if they would have said, aim it at that planet over there. Yeah, that uninhabited one. Yeah, blow it up. Then people could say, oh, okay, they mean business. And then they destroy it. But by wiping out several star systems, inhabited planets within a star system, is basically a waste of their resources, when you think about it. You know, and again, have Hux, a more suave individual, basically say, you know, after they wipe out some uninhabited planet and stuff, say, look, we really don't want to do this, so we suggest that you work with us. Something like that. And Kylo Ren could be the arm of Snoke to enforce certain things. That would have been truly a better movie. Then, let's see. As for The Last Jedi, again, have him where Luke is training other Jedi. He's training them. He's just staying out of the way because he realizes the Force is telling him that it is not the time for the Jedi to spring back out there anymore. They have to stay hidden until the time is right. That's what he's doing. He's waiting for the right time before he can spring into action. And of course, where she discovers, he left the lightsaber for various reasons, for maybe as a clue to maybe that right Jedi adept who would come seeking him, something like that. I know it sounds a little weird, it's a little broken, but you know what I'm trying to say. But as soon as Rey gets there, he just says, what took you so long? Sort of like that. So I was expecting you. Then maybe a dozen young Jedi adepts show up to say, hey, yeah, who's she? Or, I don't know, this girl just found my lightsaber. I was wondering why I put that. Something like that. Says, it's not the time for us to get out there into the galaxy yet. We have to stay hidden until the time is right. Anything before that, and it's all going to turn it's going to go downhill. and the reasons, and then to give us this whole idea that Kylo Ren is really Luke and Leia's kid. I think is, again, it would be better if, let's say, um, it was maybe like with Rey in one of my previous videos. I said maybe she's an experiment by the Emperor. Maybe Kylo Ren was an experiment by the Emperor, and you have him doing all the crap that he wants to do. He's a younger version of Palpatine or a variation of Palpatine, something like that. And he's trying to, do all the things, but he's not Palpatine because Palpatine's essence just isn't in that body. Sort of like that, I don't know. There's so many things that can be done with this whole concept, but it has yet to be done. And lay off the sexual tension. You don't need sexual tension between Rey and Kylo. In fact, you could juice up Finn a little bit more, where he's also force sensitive. That would help. So, at least in my book, where he kind of learns, oh shoot, I can do the force. Hey, neat. Just as well as Rey. Well, again, that's just an idea. Now, from what I understand, Episode 9, or Plan 9 from J.J. Abrams, they're going to introduce time travel. Okay. This is one of the things that I have to point out. If you're going to do time travel, get a director who knows time travel. In my previous video, I said, get Jonathan Frakes. Seriously, get Jonathan Frakes to do the time travel thing. If anybody's ever seen First Contact, you know what I'm talking about. That's a very, 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 very good movie. Star Trek First Contact. I mean, it would be a much, much, much better film if you got him as a director who could probably clean up the mess. Give a real logical explanation for the correction in the timeline. Well, I guess that's all for now. Rate this video if you like it. Hit the notification bell. Again, if you guys have any ideas, leave a comment below. Or let me hear a video, because it would be very interesting. Until then, I'm Filter, and I'm out.